Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Naval Action Ship Reviews. So today we're taking a look at the Rattlesnake Heavy. So as usual with the ship reviews, we'll go through the history of the ship first. And the history is it has none. It's a purely fictional ship. Well, that's not true as well. It's a mostly fictional ship. It's based on the regular Rattlesnake, which was a fictional ship. However, her having those 8 extra guns on her weather deck, that's unhistorical, especially cannons, because they simply would not fit on the weather deck. Correction, I meant 10 guns on the weather deck. But anyways, irregardless, even 8, any amount historically would not fit. Maybe some light carronades could be a squeeze, but I think the Rattlesnake is too narrow to really be able to mount any heavy armament, especially 6-pound long guns. So now we've got that little tidbit out of the way. How is the Rattlesnake heavy in naval action? So first of all, she's a 28 gun sloop of war, and she has a battle rating of a very low battle rating of only 70, and she has a crew of 130. For bow chasers, just like the regular Rattlesnake, she has 2 4-pound cannons or 12-pound carronades. And on her gun deck, just like the regular Rattlesnake, it's either 18 6-pound cannons or 18 18-pound carronades. However, the heavy differs in that she can also carry, as I said, 10 6-pound cannons or 18-pound carronades on her weather deck. This makes the broadside weight of the Rattlesnake Heavy significantly more than the regular Rattlesnake. The Heavy ends up with a cannon broadside weight of 84 pounds and a carronade broadside weight of 252 pounds. The regular Rattle gets just a measly 54 pounds for cannons and 162 pounds for carronades. Compared to the Mercury gets a regular or cannon broadside weight of 60 pounds and a carronade at 240 pounds. Also, I'm comparing the Heavy Rattle to the Mercury since Mercury is currently the ship for port battles with exception of the Rattlesnake Heavy. So yeah, that means that of the lot currently, the Rattlesnake Heavy has the highest highest broadside weight. Also, just to have this mentioned, the reason the Niagara isn't I believe at least, the Niagara isn't used heavily in port battles is simply due to the fact that she can't enter them. If she could enter shallow port battles, I bet she would have been used a shit ton. For structure, likewise, the Rattlesnake Heavy is basically an up-armored regular Rattlesnake. So structure-wise, the bow is 700, the side is 2800, and the stern is 280. While the regular Rattle has a bow of 600, a side of 2400, and a stern of 240. So that means that the side is 400 increase on the Rattlesnake Heavy. And just so that we have it there, the Mercury has a bow of 625, side of 2500, and stern of 250. Armor wise, again, Rattlesnake Heavy is heavier. It has a bow armor of 30 centimeters, side armor of 50 centimeters, and stern armor of 20 centimeters, while the regular Rattle has only 26 centimeters on the bow, 43 centimeters on the side, and 17 centimeters on the stern, and the Mercury has 27 centimeters on the bow, 45 centimeters side, and 18 centimeters stern. So, with all this additional armor and structure and guns, you'd expect the sailing qualities to suffer greatly. Well, it doesn't really. So, speed, the Rattle does a 12.80 knots, which is a lot slower than the regular Rattle, which does a ridiculous 13.66 knots. But it's still faster than the Mercury, and the Mercury only does 12.49 knots. And turning wise, the Heavy Rattle is the slowest of the lot, with a turn rate of 4.94, which is worse than the Rattle, like I said, which has a turn rate of 5.20, and the Mercury has the best, which is at 5.40. Okay, so we've gone through the specs of the Rattle and how it compares to the rest. Where is the place of the Rattle and what do I think of the Rattle? The Rattlesnake Heavy, to be clear. I think that the Rattlesnake Heavy is basically a shallow port battleship, since there are other alternatives in the open world like the regular Rattlesnakes, which handles way better. However, it's a good ship armor-wise and gun-wise, but if you're going to go for something heavy, why not just make the stage and go for a frigate? I would keep the Heavy Rattlesnake as a port battleship, but I respect your decision if you don't do it and use it as open world ship, since even though it has worse sailing characteristics than the regular Rattlesnake, it's still excellent sailing characteristics. So, in conclusion, what do I think of the Rattlesnake? She's a good ship, excellent for port battles, a bit OP even, maybe, in port battles, and she's unhistorical, which is a bit disappointing to me, but well, let's hope it doesn't go down the War Thunder route. So anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did enjoy watching, please leave a like, and if you want to see more ship reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!